Welcome to our channel, Bravo News. Lewber speaks her truth, what she really thinks about James Kennedy now. The shattered glamour. Los Angeles had always glittered for Lewber, but the lights didn't shine the same anymore. Not since James Kennedy's arrest sent shockwaves through her carefully curated world. Just weeks earlier, they were shopping for apartments, sipping green juice in the valley, posting matching gym selfies. Now, everything was different. The news broke like a meteor crashing into the Bravo universe. James Kennedy, the self-proclaimed white Kanye of Vanderpump Rules, had been arrested outside a WeHo nightclub after an alleged altercation with a fan. The videos, grainy and chaotic, showed James being pulled back by two security guards, his voice slurred, shouting something incoherent about loyalty and betrayal. Then came the handcuffs, the flashing lights, the downfall. Allie had watched it all from her phone screen, shaking. She hadn't been there. In fact, she hadn't seen James in almost 4 days. Her phone buzzed relentlessly. Castmates, producers, PR reps. But Allie stayed silent. She sat alone in their once shared apartment, staring out the window while the city pulsed below. She wasn't just humiliated, she was done. It was time to move forward. Ghosts and goodbyes. James had always been a storm, thrilling, volatile, beautiful in his chaos. Allie thought she could tame it, thought love might steady him, but it never did. Behind every romantic gesture came another explosion, jealousy, passive-aggressive digs, late-night partying that never ended at just one drink. He'd whisper after every outburst, "I'm sorry, babe, it's the pressure, the show, my past." And for a while, Allie believed him. But after the arrest, the apologies rang hollow. She remembered sitting across from Lisa Vanderpump just weeks earlier at SUR. "Darling, you're young and smart, but don't be a casualty of someone else's chaos." Now Lisa's words haunted her. So Allie made the decision. She packed her things, well, her things that weren't already at her friend Marissa's house, and left a note. Not a dramatic, reality TV scripted letter, just a simple, heartbreaking truth. "I can't do this anymore. Not like this. I still want the best for you, but I need to find the best for me, too." She hit send on her own PR statement 2 days later, posted a muted photo of the ocean with a caption that read, "Clarity is sometimes found in the crash." New beginnings at the Beechwood brunch. Allie didn't expect to meet anyone. Not yet. She was still emotionally bruised and trying to avoid the headlines linking her to James's downfall. But her friend Ivy, a stylist with a no-nonsense attitude and a Rolodex of hot friends, insisted she come to a low-key brunch in Beechwood. "He's going to be there," Ivy smirked. "And I'm not saying anything, but his jawline could cut glass." Allie laughed, rolling her eyes, but she came anyway, if only to breathe fresh air and sip overpriced mimosas. That's when she saw him. Gray Camden. Tall, golden skin kissed by Malibu sun. A few tattoos snaked up his arm, partially hidden under a relaxed linen shirt. But it wasn't his looks that struck her. It was his energy. Calm, grounded, not trying to impress anyone. He offered her a glass of rosé and said, "Gray here. You look like you're trying to enjoy being anonymous again." Allie blinked. "You have no idea." They talked for 2 hours straight. No mention of Bravo, no awkward references to James, just conversation, dreams, music. He was a photographer, not an Instagram influencer, but a real one, working with analog film and showing in tiny art galleries in Silver Lake. For the first time in months, Allie felt seen. Not as James Kennedy's girlfriend, not as the psychic girl from Vanderpump Rules, but as Lewber. Headlines and happiness. Of course, the press found out. They always did. "Allie's mystery man," the headline screamed a week later after someone snagged a blurry photo of her and Gray holding hands outside Erewhon. Another blog added fuel to the fire with, "James Kennedy's ex, Lewber, spotted with tattooed hunk. Has she already moved on?" The reaction was split. Some fans praised her for choosing peace. Others, fiercely loyal to James, accused her of clout chasing. But Allie didn't care. Not anymore. Gray, for his part, handled it all with quiet grace. People will talk. Let them. As long as you know who you are, and I do too. Their second date was a hike in Topanga. No cameras, no makeup. Just dirt trails and deep talks. He asked her about her dreams, not her drama. And when she hesitated to open up, he didn't push. "Take your time," he said, kissing her temple. And for the first time in years, Allie believed she could. James's comeback attempt. James wasn't doing well. Post-arrest, he'd checked into a retreat facility in Ojai. His PR team spun it as a wellness reset, but insiders whispered about court-mandated anger management and substance evaluations. He posted a black-and-white video on Instagram 3 weeks later. "I've made mistakes. I've hurt people. But I'm working on me. To Allie, I'll always care about you. I wish you happiness. I hope one day we can talk." That's all. It got 1 million views, but Allie didn't respond. She wasn't being cold. She was protecting her peace. James had always been good at public apologies, but healing meant action, not words. Gray saw the video too. He didn't bring it up, just held her hand when she seemed quiet that night. "I'm not jealous, but I know you loved him, and that's okay." Allie turned to him, heart full and fragile. "But I love me more now." And that was everything. Cameras roll again. When filming resumed for Vanderpump Rules, producers begged Allie to return. They wanted her heartbreak, her new romance, her side of the story. But Allie shocked them all. She declined. "I'm in a different chapter," she said, sipping tea at Sir during a quiet visit. "One that doesn't need cameras." Lisa Vanderpump hugged her tightly. "You're doing the right thing," she whispered. "This show can immortalize the worst versions of us, but you're choosing your future." Still, the Bravo world buzzed with rumors. Would Allie and Gray make a surprise cameo? Would James confront her on camera? The answer came during the Pump Season 12 mid-season teaser. A voiceover whispered, "Allie's out, but she's not forgotten." A dramatic cut to James looking haunted, sitting across from Lala Kent. "She replaced me so fast," he muttered. Lala sipped her drink. Or maybe she finally realized she deserves better. The podcast confession. Months later, Allie surprised fans again by guesting on a wellness podcast called Healing Out Loud. In the hour-long episode, she shared everything, from growing up empathic to falling in love with someone who reminded her of chaos she outgrown to choosing peace over patterns. "I thought healing was about fixing someone else, but it's about choosing yourself even when it's hard." She didn't bash James. She didn't name-drop Bravo. She just told her truth. And it resonated. The episode went viral. She got flooded with messages from young women, fans, psychics, empaths, and survivors, all thanking her for her honesty. She replied to every single one. Love without chaos. By the 1-year mark of James's arrest, Allie had moved in with Gray. Not into a flashy penthouse, but a sun-drenched bungalow in Echo Park, filled with houseplants, vinyl records, and love. She started teaching yoga part-time, opened a tiny online shop selling crystals and astrology guides, began planning retreats for young women. Her life wasn't about red carpets anymore. It was about quiet mornings, nourishing food, safe love. James, meanwhile, began filming a solo spin-off, a chaotic attempt at a comeback that some found entertaining, others tragic. But Allie didn't watch. She was too busy living. The girl who found herself. On a cool evening in June, Allie Lewber stood at the edge of the ocean, Gray's arm around her waist, her toes curling in the sand. She wasn't thinking about the past anymore. Not the headlines, not the hurt. Just the now. Just this. He turned to her and asked, "You ever regret it? Leaving the show, the spotlight?" Allie smiled. Not for a second. Then she kissed him, the waves crashing softly behind them. Because the real plot twist wasn't heartbreak, it was healing. And Allie Lewber had finally written her own story. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to our channel for regular updates.